Hi, I'm Sylvia Worsham. Welcome to Focus Fridays and welcome to the segment on health and wellness. What is it that you're doing to level up in your health? We're in the second month of the year and the majority of you have probably started a health and wellness program and have already quit, haven't you? Come on, be truthful. Most of us have. And here, the reason why is because you have not created the identity of the person that's healthy and well. And to do that, you got to go through the cycles of growth. So there are 4 cycles of growth that will be critical for you creating that identity. The very first cycle is called inception. Ever wonder why you're so excited when you're making those New Year's resolutions? You have these desires inside of you, these wants and needs, and you're so ready to go. And the first couple of days, you're so gung-ho about it. And then about a week or 2 weeks in, that alarm clock goes off and you just keep clicking snooze. Why do you think that happens? Well, what happens is that from the inception phase, you have now fallen into the deception phase. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. In fact, the majority of the human population gets stuck in deception. And that's where your old patterns of behavior and habits creep up. So what needs to happen, and this is strategy 1, is for you to create a big, bold, beautiful vision. The majority of the conditioning programs that I work with at Growth U look at creating the vision, because the vision is something that your unconscious mind needs it needs a GPS system. It needs to know where it's going so it can help you out, because the unconscious mind is the most powerful mind of the two. It represents about 90% of your total daily activities. I don't know if you knew that or not. Your conscious awareness only represents about 10%. That's where your thinking mind is, but your unconscious is your emotional mind. That's where your feelings, your memories, your beliefs, and more importantly, your habits are at. So it's at a very deep level of you. So what happens is, you gotta create the vision, or your unconscious mind will do it for you with your past programming. When you create a vision, this is where the law of the rubber band comes into play. The law of the rubber band is something that John Maxwell talks about in his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And if you've never gotten that book, highly recommend it. It will change your life. Law of the rubber band simply states you gotta create the tension. So when you stretch your rubber band, I just want you to picture the place that's closest to you, which is where I'm tapping on my chin, that is your comfort zone. What you want to do when you create a vision is to stretch yourself out of that comfort zone into what is known as the capacity zone. What is your capacity? You have enormous amounts of capacity, but your past programming and your past habits and patterns of behavior are what is really ruling the show. So you got to create those things for them. And the vision is the very first thing you do. And what you want to do is you want to stretch yourself. So for me, I'm not a runner. I put on my vision board to run a full marathon. A full marathon. That's totally stretching me out of my comfort zone, but something that can happen, right? The second strategy is, why are you doing this? Why are you putting yourself through this? There's got to be a very compelling reason why you're doing it. It's got to be a must. What must you have in order to be well and healthy? So for me, in taking this re-evolution program that I'm currently taking with 3 of my customers, it's I must learn new habits surrounding my sleep patterns and my hydration, because it leads directly to my stress levels. And as a solopreneur, as a mom, as a wife, you tend to carry a lot of the stress on you, and stress can really wreak havoc in all aspects of your life, not just your health. It can really humble your health, if you know what I mean. So make sure your purpose is compelling, because that's got to be why you get up every single day. And when that alarm clock goes off, you don't hit snooze, you get up and you do it. So compelling purpose is strategy 2. And lastly is you want to identify those habits that are not serving you anymore. And remember, the habits are that you have created on your own over time. What I noticed in taking the program, in being asked all these questions, was I had created a habit around the amount of caffeine and the amount of coffee that I would drink daily. Now, coming from a Mexican household, I grew up with coffee all around me. people drinking coffee, 5, 6 cups of coffee a day. So imagine what that does to your hydration. It dehydrates you, right? It's a diuretic, so it does really well to do that. So to increase my hydration, I got rid of coffee. Yes, I know. That was devastating for me. It's been 9 days without coffee, and I gotta say though, I feel the best I've felt in a long, long time because my hydration has gone through the roof. So what happens there is an old habit. You identify an old habit, drinking too much caffeine. I interrupted my pattern by creating a new habit, and that new habit was, in lieu of coffee in the morning, I would warm up water and put an orange slice in it and just drink it throughout the day. And now my hydration is much better. So remember, inch by inch is a cinch, yard by yard gets hard. So give yourself some grace. This takes time. Health and wellness is totally worth it because without our health, everything else falls apart. Our careers, our relationships, it really impacts everything, including our mindset. It could really bring us down. And if our mindset gets down, then really everything gets down. I'm Sylvia Worsham. Thank you so much for tuning in to this segment of Focus Fridays. If you ever have questions, please reach out to me. I'm here to help you in any way I can because Focus Fridays is really focused on your personal growth. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next week. Stay healthy now. Bye.